wonder how you can improve your FPS, input delay, and ping? This is the ultimate guide to optimizing your PC for the best performance in Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 1, so let's get right into it. Before we go over the PC tweaks, I'm just going to show you a benchmark of what to expect before and after. So right now is before, and then later in the video I will show you the benchmarks of after. So let's get right into the first things. Now we got the Fortnite tweaks. The Fortnite tweaks are just, you've probably heard of all of these, but you want to put window mode, or you want to go into your settings and whatever. You want to put window mode to full screen and make sure whatever quality you want is VSync off. That would lower your delay. And then whatever frame rate or whatever hertz you have for your monitor, set your FPS to that. So if you have a 144, set it to 144. But I have a 240, so mine is on 240. And then the graphics really don't matter. It's just graphics quality does. So 3D resolution can be whatever you want. I just have it on 100. But everything else needs to be low. Either it needs to be the lowest it can be or off. And then show FPS on, and then report performance stats off. That just lowers your FPS and delay. Okay, so now you want to go in the game tab and scroll all the way down until you see energy savings. Then when you scroll down, you want those bottom two to both be off. I accidentally turned them on. But then activate sleep mode whenever is fine, your personal preference. And then record replays you want all off, but if you do want some replays, turn the replay record on. My screen decided to go black, but you want to go from performance mode, DX11, and then restart. Now that you are done restarting, you want to go back to your settings and make sure everything going down is on low or off. And then when you get into advanced graphics, you want GPU crashing off or debugging off, latency markers off, NVIDIA reflex low latency on plus boost, and then report performance stat off. And then you want to go all the way up and switch to performance mode, hit apply, and restart. Now it is time for Windows tweaking. So what you want to do is you want to go in your search bar, search create a restore point, and then you want to create a restore point. The reason we do this is because we don't want any tweaks or any PC problems to happen, and we can just create a restore point to go back to if anything happens. And then just type in a random name. I use tweaks as this example, and then hit create and just wait a second for that to create. And then after it made, hit close. This is how to use the restore point. That click system restore, hit next, and then click it, and then hit next, and then hit finish. So now what's going to happen is we're going to type in core isolation and click that, and you want to turn memory integrity off. But I will warn you, some people say that memory integrity off and on doesn't work, and it slows your computer down and whatnot. So figure out what works for you. And now what we do is we look up device manager. Then we scroll down to system devices, click on that, and just scroll down until you find high precision event timer. Then right click on it and disable it. Now you want to search up graphics settings. Now once you're in here, hit change graphics settings, and then GPU hardware scheduling, turn that off, or turn it on, sorry. Then most people don't really like the setting, but go game mode, turn that on. It just makes delay better, less delay, and more FPS really. Now search startup apps, and then just turn everything you do not need on. So I need HyperX Noji on, so I turn it on, and then that's really it. But turn all of these off. This just limits background process for your CPU to handle. Then search up privacy settings, and then go into general, and then turn all of it off. It just causes more delay and less FPS. Then once you do that, go into just privacy and security, then hit diagnostics and feedback, and then turn all that off. Then there's one more thing. If you go into the ink and magic, just turn that off. This only works if you have an NVIDIA GPU, but search up NVIDIA control panel, hit manage 3D settings, and then copy all of these settings. I'll slow it down so you guys can see it. Now this is really where it gets complicated. Search up registry editor. Then you want to go here, and then you'll open it. Then you want to hit file, and then hit export. And then you could just type in random letters, and then hit save. That's the first part of this. Then with the first long text in the description, you want to paste it, and then hit enter. And then you'll see this. Then you want to go on the center one, and make that 8 Fs, 8 of them. Then you want to do that same thing with the second long text in the description. Then you want to go on GPU priority and make that number say 8. And now you want the two bottom ones both as high. Now do the same exact thing again, but with the third one in the description. Copy and paste that, hit enter. Then right click anywhere, new, then hit new, hit D word 32-bit, then name it Tcpip frequency, then do the same thing, but name it TCP no delay. I already have it, so I didn't do it. Then set both of those things that we just did to 1. Now we're getting to the main way people get better FPS. They overclock. So what you do is you open your browser, type MSI Afterburner, and download it from the MSI website. Hit Final, that released in April 2023, and then download it. I already have it downloaded. Now that you got MSI Afterburner open, what I suggest you doing, this is the safest thing for overclocking, but what I suggest you doing is go up 30 to 15 megahertz in clock speed and memory clock speed every time until your game either freezes or crashes or your whole computer crashes. And then if your computer does crash or whatever, just dial it back to the one you had before where it didn't crash. And that's all good for overclocking. Now I'm in the same map. My GPU is overclocked, and we have all the packs on, and we're getting a solid FPS. We're getting better FPS. We're getting 10, 20, maybe 30 more FPS than what we normally did before. But in this test, where it really shines, where we get like 30 to 50 more FPS. But in creative, I ran some tests, and overclocking seemed not to work the best in creative, but I mean absolutely phenomenal in Battle Royale. Just be careful with what you do in overclocking. And that really does it for the video. This video took me about 4 hours to complete and do all the research for it, so it would be greatly appreciated if you guys would like, subscribe, and watch some of my other videos. But it was fun teaching y'all all of this information. I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video.